by first acknowledging somebody's birthday. So can we all sing happy birthday to Councilwoman Wells? And Mr. Clark is going to lead us off. Ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chantel. Happy birthday to you. Many more. So much.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
Plus, 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 plus. Miss Rainey, can we have the roll call, please?
Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. And I would like to say hello to the Mayor Butler and the governing body and Mr. Mr. Ricky L. Clark, the city manager. So, excuse me, the roll call for tonight, Mayor Butler, Councilwoman James,
Present.
Councilman Anton,
Evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Councilman Gutierrez, Councilwoman Akins Wells, the birthday girl,
Here.
and Councilmember Mears.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you so much. Now, is there a motion to adopt tonight's work session agenda?
So moved.
That was Councilman Antoine. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Old business, council discussion and update on the rollout of the City of Forest Park Housing Rehabilitation Program, or HOME, for senior residents, AKA our legacy residents, of owner-occupied housing in the city. Background and history. The American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA, of 2021 appropriated funds that local municipalities could use to aid disproportionately impacted households and communities. Such improvements will increase the lifespan of the City of Forest Park housing stock, work to address housing inequities and stabilize home values for the neighborhood and the resident who were significantly impacted during the Great Recession and COVID pandemic. Requested action from the council is to update the regarding application rollout on the city's website for the application period end date of February 9th of 2024. Any questions or comments, Mr. Clark? Anything you want to add?
Ms. Warrior has a
Oh, Ms.
presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening,
Good
Madam
evening.
Mayor and our distinguished panel of council and our distinguished city manager. It is my
Good
pleasure
evening.
to greet all of you. As we talk about this home program, we are excited because we were able to officially launch the application on the website on last Friday, December 29th. And I am tickled to tell you that we have over 62 applicants. So very excited about that. Want you to know that in order to make this a more seamless and efficient process, then our city manager requested that we erect 2 laptop stations at the City Hall lobby. And so we were able to locate those and have had the pleasure of interacting with a number of residents in order to make this a simplistic process. And so we're excited. We are looking forward. In fact, I believe that Mr. Clark is looking forward to coordinating with members of the council to be able to host community listening sessions for the residents at respective wards. And that is my update. I'm pleased to take any questions. And Mr. Clark, do you have anything else to add?
One of the things I know Mayor Butler has requested this is that we spread out as much as we can in ensuring that all of our residents have access to complete the grant. Just today, we had the opportunity to be able to help Mr. Evans troubleshoot some of his issues, but the reason why we set it up this way was so that our residents could come into here and get actual help with completing their application. It's actually went very well. We actually have a video that we would like to show to the governing body members. Thanks to our press secretary, Mr. Javon Lloyd, we were able to get 11 Alive News down here today to do some very positive press on the news station about this grant program.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yay.
So that's just a short tidbit of what we were able to showcase. There's a full story that is airing right now as we speak.
Shot spotter, which is a gunshot detection device, and that device is up and running.
Oh, no, okay. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. You got my support, Chief. Sorry about that.
My pleasure.
Told y'all my life story didn't even matter.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Wells.
But now since he knows it's not that, then he gonna vote. No, just thank you, Chief. You know, I'm supporting whatever it is to, help you all be successful as well as us be safe. So thank you.
My pleasure.
Councilman Mears.
I think you're doing a wonderful job. Anything that can make your job easier and better and make the citizens safer in Forest Park, I think we should do it.
Yes, sir. And this technology just does just that.
So the one question that I have is, in the event that the funds are not in the red speed account, where would the difference come from?
We have,
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, thank you so much.
my pleasure.
Item 8, council discussion and approval to authorize a contract for Perkins Park Basketball Court in the amount of $59,750. Background and history. As part of our effort to renovate pocket parks around the city, we have received bids for the renovation of Perkins Park. Penaloza Designs and Construction LLC was the winning bidder to replace the basketball court. Staff recommends approval of said contract. Penaloza Design and Construction LLC will provide all services, materials, and labor for the construction of the basketball court. This includes building and construction materials, necessary labor, and all required tools and machinery needed for the completion of the construction. The account line item for this project is 100-20-1110-54-2507. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, Council.
Good evening.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You speak up, Bobby. I'm sorry, I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Good evening. As a few council meetings ago, we've talked about these pocket parks and everything. We had a allowance, goal point of 65, and myself and Nigel Watley have reached out to numerous companies. And this particular one, we presented to Mr. Clark, and he decided it met his standards. So we bring it in front of you today to be blessed. That is within y'all's budget goal.
Mayor Butler, if you will, one of the things I want to add, so you'll recall that we were using some additional monies that we had through tax sales to fund all of the pocket parks. At our next meeting, what we're prepared to do is present a type of playground equipment. If we're able to order that playground equipment in bulk, meaning for all of our pocket parks, the ones where it makes sense, we can get it at a much more reduced cost when we order it the first time. And I mean a substantial cost differentiation. We're trying to ensure that all of our parks look exactly the same as we go on this journey to enhance these pocket parks. We've learned a lot from Perkins Park, as it relates to costs, the companies that can actually do the work. I think we're probably on company 6, 7, or 8, just trying to ensure that we got the right person to do the work. But if the council members would allow, it would be much easier for us to start ordering this playground equipment. Nigel, myself, and Mr. Jenks are doing a tour of these parks this week, but if we can order the same playground equipment, it'll help us tremendously, because we can, again, order it in bulk. I know Ms. James, pardon me, is looking to hold a listening session with her constituents for the pocket park over in her ward. Same thing with Councilman Anton. Councilman Gutierrez has a full plan for the park, but if we can keep it somewhat, Miss Wells Park is already underway, plus we'll have to do 2nd Street, and then Holiday, I'm sorry, I said the wrong name of the park.
Mears.
Councilman Mears, the park name escaped me.
You okay?
Alder Drive.
Alder. But again, if you guys could allow us to streamline this a little bit, it'll make it a lot easier, and we can move the work a lot quicker.
Thank you. Councilwoman James.
So the question I have, thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. The company that you all are using, you all have vetted them real good, I'm sure. Just want to know kind of where they're from. Um,
Actually, this particular one was found while I was on vacation. I'll give, Nigel, Mr. Watley credit. It's actually a local company.
oh, good.
And, out of all the ones, you'll be surprised how many companies you call, and just because you live in a different state, they won't cross state lines. And that's really a issue that we have, is finding companies that's willing to work in Forest Park or even come and give us a price.
Well, let me change the way that came out.
I apologize.
We want to ensure that we have contractors that know what they are doing so that we don't spend more money on the back end going back to correct their work. For the individuals that may not want to bid in Forest Park, it's their loss, not ours, and we only want the best of the best. So he is right, Mr. Watley has been in communication with this company, as well as our contract is airtight. So if something goes wrong, they're responsible, as well as we're making them, I think it's called a bond. We're making them do a bond up front for this project. So it's a reputable company, and they're going to fix everything at that park, not just put some paint on it. They're changing the goals to the basketball goals to make sure they are aligned. They're putting the flooring on the basketball court, and then it will prepare us for what we do at the other basketball court at Second Street Park. I think that's the only other one we have at a pocket park.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Councilman Antoine,
No, that sounds great.
Councilman Gutierrez.
Yeah, I know that, I think that company came out to the breakfast that Economic Development had, and they were introduced there. I invited them. They, actually have volunteered. They built one of the ramps for one of the seniors. Mr. Freeman from Concrete Technique bought the materials, and we identified it through our senior Panthers in Action. And they came out and just did the work for free. So, I'm glad that, they finally were able to come to this and, are bidding on local things. So yeah. Also, somebody texted me a picture of, the truck, and I saw the truck. And they said, you built like a Timco truck. They texted me, one of your directors.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Go sweeper.
let's stay focused here. Councilwoman Wells, questions or comments?
Oh my God. No, I just want to say thank you for everything that you all have done. I know I have gotten on your nerves. I know Nigel just like if she say one more thing, but I just really appreciate you all because I think our residents deserve it. But I did have one concern, and I kind of spoke on it with Mr. Clark, and he probably finna say, here she go, but
No.
no, my only concern is I would like for the mayor and council to be fair when it comes to these parks, because not every park has a basketball court and have the things that Ward 4 has. So it may be more to get those parks done versus a park that only has a playground. So I just want to put that out there and make sure that we consider that as well. But thank you all so much.
That is noted. Yes, sir.
So one of the things we're looking at, so I think it was actually great for us to go through this with Ms. Wells, Councilwoman Wells, I'm sorry, because she wanted to do her part prior to us even designating the money to do these pocket parks. So it'll help make the other council members' projects easier. But we're not looking to fund all of this through just your capital projects. Man, I don't think that would be fair to you because these are still city parks, and so some of the costs, and I believe this line item, I don't know if that's off of the capital project. So that one is, but some of the other expenses we're taking off of the excess that we talked about at a previous meeting. And I think that will help because it wouldn't even cover the whole thing.
Right. Thank you.
Councilman Mears.
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad to see it get started, but a lot of the pocket parks some of them are not very, like the one I've gotten is not real big, but you need some landscaping, drainage problems, roofs on the picnic sheds, things like that. To bring it all up to speed, to make it look well, new playground equipment and all that kind of stuff. So I think it can be done well.
We're doing a tour this week to where we're going to look at each of the individual parts to see what the need is. Again, and that goes back to, we know for one, we're removing the piping that's around it and replacing it with wood. We're going to add new mulch to all of these parts, as well as we're upgrading all of the playground equipment at each pocket park. And for the parks that have fencing, we're redoing the fencing. And then to top it off, every pavilion in this city will look exactly the same with a fresh coat of paint.
Any consideration in parking?
We haven't talked about the parking. Are there particular parts, Mayor Butler, that you think we need to focus on with parking?
I know the one in Ward 5, I don't think you have a parking,
No,
designated
any
parking
park.
area. You just park around it on the grass.
Park
Okay.
on the street.
Yeah, and on the street. I know Perkins has somewhat of a parking lot, but
Road.
yeah, it's very narrow. So I guess as you go through and look at each park, just take that into consideration as well. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I was gonna say too, to consider too, that these are neighborhood parks, so we don't necessarily want a lot of parking. I know, well, I just speak for me. Want the people in the neighborhood to really be able to enjoy the park, so they kind of walk to the park. So keep that in mind too.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do have to go into executive session. I believe we have enough time now, but before we go into executive session, I want to introduce everyone to our new city attorney, Miss Danielle. Hold on, I have to pull it up so I can get it right. Matricardi. Thank you. Of Denmark and Ashby. So is there anything you want to say to the crowd?
Thank you. I look forward to working with the city of College Park and.
Excuse
Oh.
me.
Oh, man.
Okay,
I told her to say that.
if that happened again.
I told her to say that.
Oh, my goodness.
I told you to say that, so you okay.
Yeah, that was an intentional joke.
Slip, okay.
I look forward to working with Forest Park. Obviously you guys are one of the biggest cities and have a huge impact on Clayton County. And so I'm excited to make it a great 2024. And thank you all for the warm welcome.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, is there a motion to recess the work session and enter into executive session for personnel, litigation, real estate, or legal matters? So
I'll second.
Councilman Antoine, that was a second by Councilwoman James. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. We shall return. Okay, that's 7. There a motion to adjourn the executive session and reconvene into our work session.
So move.
That was Councilman Mears. Is there a second? That was Councilman Antoine. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Now is there a motion to adjourn the work session?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second by Councilwoman Wells? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. It is 7:01. And the regular session for mayor and council for Tuesday, January 2nd is called to order. The invocation for tonight being, hold on. Yeah, there's some seats up front if you guys want to come up front. So Councilman Mears, do you want to kick us off with doing the invocation
Yes, ma'am.
for
I'll
today?
do
So all those who are able to stand, please do so and then remain standing throughout the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray, please. Father, we come to you tonight praising you for your love and all you have given to us over this holiday season. Be with us in this meeting tonight and give us the guidance that you would to run this city. We pray for the homeless, the hungry, and the sick, and we pray that your blessing be upon this meeting. All these things we ask in your name, Lord. Amen.
Amen. To the flag of the United States of America and
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with
liberty and justice for all.
Miss Rainey, our roll call, please.
Oh, yes. Good evening, Mayor Butler, Governing
Present.
Body, and City Manager, Mr. Clark. This is the roll call for January 2nd, 2024. Mayor Butler,
Present.
Councilmember James,
Present.
Councilmember
Good evening,
and
everybody. I hope everybody's doing great.
Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Akins Wells,
Here.
Councilmember Mears.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
All right, thank you so much. So it is with great excitement that we have our swearing in ceremony for wards 3, 4, and 5. And with us to do the swearing in is Chief Magistrate Judge Keisha Wright Hill. Hello, thank you. You have someone who's going to hold your Bible? So we're going to start with Ward 3, Councilman Gutierrez.
I woke up like this.
Oh. Good evening. Thank you. Okay.
Baby, you got it. Wearing a very blue poncho that I don't like.
Oh my gosh, Hector. Councilman Gutierrez.
Yeah, she does. Didn't know about this. Yeah.
Do you have a Bible? Here.
That one come over on the wall.
Yeah, can you just bring it up?
This is my husband's mother's.
That's a 46 model.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I state your name.
Yo, Hector Gutierrez, I'm just kidding. I, Hector Gutierrez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
the duties of Forest Park Councilman Ward 3.
the duties of Forest Park Councilman, Ward 3.
I further swear that I am not the holder
I further swear that I am not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
of any unaccounted for public money
due this state
due this state
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereof,
or authority thereof,
that I am not the holder of any office of trust
that I am not the holder of any office of trust
under the government of the United States,
under the government of the United States,
any other state,
any other state,
or any foreign state
or any foreign state,
for which I am by the laws of the state of Georgia
for which I am by the laws of the state of Georgia
prohibited.
prohibited,
that I am otherwise qualified
that I am otherwise qualified
to hold said office
to hold said office
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of Georgia,
and the laws of Georgia,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and this state,
and this state,
and observe the provisions
and observe the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and Code of Ordinances
and Code of Ordinances
of the City of Forest Park.
of the City of Forest Park.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge. Oh, we can't have it? Oh, this one. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. It's my friend's birthday also up there, Ms. Councilwoman Wells. And the truck comment, whoever said I look like the Timco truck.
All right, up next, Councilwoman Wells. Oh, Samaria, Miss, can you grab the?
Oh, thank you. Oh, Signing a street sweeper.
These are my babies, y'all.
Okay. Let me put them. Okay. Thank you. Okay, put your left hand on. On the other way. Oh, not all. Left hand, yes. Raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Latricia Akins Wells,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
the duties of Forest Park Council Member Ward 4.
the duties of Forest Park Council Member Ward 4.
I further swear that I am not the holder
I further swear that I am not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
of any unaccounted for public money
due this state
due this state
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereof,
or authority thereof,
that I am not the holder of any office of trust
that I am not the holder of any office of trust
under the government of the United States,
under the government of the United States,
any other state,
any other state,
or any foreign state,
or any foreign state,
for which I am,
for which I am,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
by the laws of the state of Georgia,
prohibited,
prohibited,
that I am otherwise qualified
that I am otherwise qualified
to hold said office
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and this state,
and this state,
and observe the provisions of the Charter
and observe the provisions of the Charter
and Code of Ordinances
and Code of Ordinances
of the City of Forest Park.
of the City of Forest.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. And you have you sign? You have you sign? Sign right here. Yes. Okay. We have it here. She'll sign right here.
Can my family come? So we can
Okay.
all take a picture.
Go ahead and sign right there.
You gotta take us.
That's just your copy.
Okay. You're welcome.
She has it, yes.
She has it.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. My brother don't want to be my brother.
Come on in. Yes. Come on, sir. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
And Councilman Mears.
Tell me where to hold it, where to stand, right here.
Before we get started, I'd like to make an announcement. For anybody that's been around Forest Park for a long time, this is where all the bones is buried in Forest Park in this book. This was presented to my mother the day I was born.
Oh, that was.
Okay, so you put your left hand, put your right hand. All right. I state your name,
I, Charles Allen Mears,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
and affirm
and affirm
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
that I will honestly and faithfully perform
the duties of Forest Park Council Member Ward 5.
the duties of Forest Park Council Ward 5.
I further swear that I am not the holder
I further swear that I'm not the holder
of any unaccounted for public money
or any unaccounted for public money
due this state
due this date
or any political subdivision
or any political subdivision
or authority thereof,
or the authority thereof.
that I am not the holder of any office of trust
I'm not the holder of any office of trust
under the government of the United States,
under the government of the United States,
any other state,
any other state,
or any foreign state,
any foreign state,
for which I am,
for which I am,
by the laws of the state of
by
Georgia,
the laws of the state of Georgia,
prohibited,
prohibited.
that I am otherwise qualified
That I am otherwise qualified
to hold said office
said office
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and the laws of Georgia,
and the laws of Georgia.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and this state,
and this state,
and observe the provisions
and preserve the provisions
of the Charter
of the Charter
and Code of Ordinances
and the Code of Ordinances
of the City of Forest Park.
of the City of Forest Park.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. We have the sign right here.
Sign this place.
We're gonna take some more pictures.
Oh.
We got time, Judge, do we?
Let me get them
Of
out.
course. Okay,
All right, people.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you for the Bible. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Is there a motion to adopt tonight's agenda with the addition of the council's consideration of approving Ms. Lavinia Jackson to serve on the Clayton County Board of Health?
I approve this agenda item.
That was Councilman Antoine. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Item 2, the approval of minutes. So has everyone had the opportunity to review the work session and regular meeting minutes from November 6th and December 4th? And if so, are there any changes to be recommended? Not hearing any, is there a motion to group said minutes together and approve as is?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilman Mears. Any further discussion? I'll do the roll call vote. Councilwoman James?
I'm gonna abstain.
All right, Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilwoman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, public comments, and we have 3 for tonight. And Ms. Rainey, before we call them up, can you read the announcement, please?
Yes, ma'am. Per section 2-1-7 Rules of Procedures and Decorum. Comments will be limited to a total of 3 minutes per speaker. 21 minutes are allotted in total. Members of the public are not allowed to participate in any debate or discussions conducted by the governing body members. All public comments must be limited to matters on the agenda or which the governing body has jurisdiction. Each speaker must maintain a decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon members of the governing body or employees, shouting and using obscene language. All questions and comments shall be directed to the presiding officer. Members of the governing body may respond to the comments during their closing comments if they desire.
Thank you. And for those standing out in the foyer, we have seats up front, and if you want to sit at the table up front, you're more than welcome to do so. Up first, Mr. Evans.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
Carl Evans, 4726 Burks Road.
Mhm.
I want to start off by telling each and every one of you, I love you. I lost my son Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and it's so important to let your loved ones know that you love them, and never, never let a day go by that you don't tell them. And I meant to do that in December, and I just wasn't thinking straight and didn't get up here to tell you that. One thing I wanted to mention is I know that we're kind of restricted by state law and things that we could do with our ordinances and things, but if there's something we can do about the fireworks situation, when you've got people that are setting off things that are equivalent to mortars, you're talking 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6-inch round mortar shells that's coming out of these devices that are not only are they disturbing people, and animals and things like that, but you're finding pieces of them even in your yard and on top of your houses and things like that. I mean, they're littering when they're doing them. And I would like to see maybe something be done about it. We have a handful of people that are real bad about it, and the police department is aware of some of them. And but I would like to, I don't know if there's anything that code enforcement could do about the litter, or if there's something that we could do. Maybe I've already talked with Brian Kemp about, and he said they're supposed to be working on legislation to change the times and things that, because they get so many complaints. Maybe the state can get in there and change it to where they can only do it on holidays or something like that. And the Shot Spotter, by the way, is up and running, and it's pretty accurate. I had a neighbor New Year's Eve, went out the yard and fired off 4 rounds. Just a few minutes later, there was a police officer pulled up out there. So it is working. There have been some false things because of the fireworks where it misregistered. But and also, I just want to make sure that, I know that the authority was talking about turning the streets and everything at Gillum over to the city. I hope we make them pave the roads while they got it, so we don't have to have that huge expense to get that taken care of. And I don't know what happened with Waste Management, but there needs to be something in the contract when they miss us that we get reimbursed for that. We shouldn't have to pay them for services that's not rendered. But again, thank y'all very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Gunn?
Good afternoon, Mayor Angela, to all our city councils, everybody that was sworn in, whoop, 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 whoop. To all our elected officials and staff here at Forest Park. Mr. Ricky, I was getting phone calls about this amazing program, the home program. I had the pleasure of talking to Miss Patricia, Miss Pauline, and the concerns was the senior citizens being able to go in. They're not computer savvy. And one of the questions was, they had 3, but I'm only going to address one of the questions. Can there be a mail out to push out before the deadline to let them know, hey, get on up here, we got this money for you, just drop that application. And so if we can do that, I think it will settle hearts and minds for those persons. Everybody is not able to go on their phones. I got an iPhone. My grandkids are still helping me in that way. So can we see if we can do some for, what do you guys call them? Our legacy residents, and make it happen for them. Thank you so much. I would love to get with you and sit down more in depth in reference to this program, to get my hands with, just to help our senior citizens here to be active and to be blessed with this. All right.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Response to the postcard, we're actually a few steps ahead of you.
Awesome. Okay.
Postcards, Mayor Butler just asked about this and directed us with this just last week. And some of the other governing body members, just to ensure that the word spreads.
Yes,
So we'll try to push it up
please.
earlier to get it done. One of the things we were hesitant of, we did not want to push this program so hard and then it bottlenecks in the system. And so now I just heard Ms. Pauline give an update tonight. It was 50 this morning, and today is 62.
62, yes.
Whatever issues individuals are having in the system, fix those issues. The other thing, if the residents cannot or don't have a computer or can't fill it out, we set up a station here at City Hall to where we will walk them through the process. And based upon the numbers, we're probably going to push that out to other departments in the city as well, like our senior citizen center, as well as Parks and Recreation.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. City council persons in your ward, I will tell you guys to get the word out, push it out. A lot of you guys are on your phones and you're sending out text messages. Just send it out in that way to them for our senior citizens to get that out. Push it forward. We got less than 29 days left now. We're out of the 30-day mark. What is it, February the 9th?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would appreciate that, and I'll let a couple of people know that you guys are on the money, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Mr. Parker.
Howdy. A new year, but we still have a mayor and council that don't even know their own rules of order for the meeting. Everyone who attends these meetings has seen your behavior towards me, Mayor, rolling your eyes at me and shaking your head at me as I speak. You, Mayor, are very disrespectful towards me, a citizen simply voicing their displeasure. You don't know how to hold these meetings properly. You don't even know the rules. You make them up as you go along. I'm not sure how you are going to get through a meeting without Mike. He basically always had to tell you what to say up here, keep the meetings going. Well, Mike has left you. You even said that if he did something wrong, he would pull you aside and let you know. He's left you. I refrained from speaking about him on his night, but he misinformed me about many procedures that are supposed to occur at a city government level. Now he is gone. I will continue to come here and speak against you, the council, the police chief, and his uninformed officers who don't even understand amendments or civil rights. It would be nice for all of us to put this behind us, but you obviously haven't, the police obviously haven't, and as such, I am unable. The leaders in this city will never allow themselves to be held accountable. They'll always kick the can. Well, I'm going to keep my eye on the can and remind you about it every chance I get. In that regard, the Code of Forest Park has a section that addresses extending a public speaker's time, a code that no one up there knew at the last meeting, and it is disgraceful and inexcusable. Many of you have been in your position for multiple terms, but still don't understand your own bylaws. I even said out loud, standing over there, that it must be voted on and got a stern look from you, Mayor. Don't be mad, I know your own rules better than anyone up there. I attest you were all out of order when not taking a proper vote on extending the public speaker's time. Section 2175B, in part, the governing body by majority vote may allow extensions of times for individuals in order to allow such individuals to finish their comments. It says by majority vote. There was no vote. Secondly, at times when I have spoken, there's been the rules that were read out tonight, which states, members of the governing body may respond to the comments during their closing comments if they desire. This phrase is not included in the current code of the City of Forest Park. In either case, at the last meeting and here tonight, I believe the city manager was out of order for responding to my comments immediately following the public comment portion. This should be reserved for the governing body at the end of the meeting and their closing comments as read in these very meetings. Also, I do not believe that the city manager is technically a part of this governing body. The role is administrative. I proffer that the city manager does not have the power within this code to respond to public comments outright. Section 2172B, decorum at meetings, states that all comments of any city council member shall be addressed to the presiding officer or the general public in attendance at the meeting, provided, however, that it shall be the privilege of a council member to ask any questions to the city manager, any staff person, or the city attorneys. This whole exchange that took place here tonight after the previous speaker's comments was also out of order. The process did not follow the rules and procedures that govern this city. You continue to make up your own rules. Happy New Year. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. City Manager's report. Mr. Clark.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Happy New Year to the Forest Park community. I'll keep this brief tonight. I would like to introduce first our new council aide, Miss Monica Miller. Ms. Miller started on today. We will be introducing her officially to the governing body members after this meeting here tonight. In addition, governing body members, I would also like to recognize a few new hires in the police department. The first one is Major Andre Smith. Andreas, I'm sorry. We also have our new animal control officer, Miss Olivia Samples, as well as Ms. Shay Grove, which is also one of our animal control officers. We're so excited to have them joining our team. Mayor and council, one of the things that you will hear tomorrow, we are removing the phone tree from the City of Forest Park operations.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
We have had so many complaints. I have complained, I have fussed. So tomorrow we are removing the Band-Aid and we are going to a human answering our phone calls. The greeting will be, thank you for calling the City of Forest Park. It's a great day in the City of Forest Park. How may we assist you? This is something that we're excited about as we try to enhance the experience. Just today, I received another complaint about our phone system, actually from one of our residents, and I was able to share with them that the memo went out today that we are launching that system on tomorrow. Thanks to our IT department for assisting us in getting this ready. We know that there will be some challenges. However, we are just jumping in without any type of life jacket to see what happens. All right, again, that's tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Our quote unquote receptionist, we have many, will be Miss Yvonne over in the HR department. We'll be answering the phones after the second ring. All of the calls will go to Recreation and Leisure employees. At such time, they'll be able to send the calls to the respective departments. The directive that I issued today is every city employee must check all voicemails before the end of day and return the call. We are too small not to be able to return voicemails and answer our city phone. So that goes live tomorrow. Mayor and council, if you could check your calendars. We are looking to hold the retreat the weekend of February the 9th. If all of you are available, if you could, please let us know so that we can start that planning effort. Again, that's the weekend of February the 9th, Friday and Saturday, just 2 days. Also with the C-Click Fix system, One Click Forest Park, we've averaged about 59 requests through this system. So we're still encouraging you to share this system with your constituents for them to report any issues that they see in the City of Forest Park. Right now, our average is about 6 days to close. My commitment when we started this system was that the average would be about 3 days. So my hope is that by the time I report this to you next month, that we've gotten this average down to 3 days. We'll work to get this down. The court amnesty program, the Forest Park Municipal Court officially launched the warrant amnesty program from January the 4th through March the 1st. At the end of the program, a record restriction seminar will be held for individuals who are interested in getting their records restricted. This program offers limited amnesty to individuals facing arrest and other penalties due to delinquent traffic tickets or misdemeanor violations. Our goal for this is to give licensed drivers a second chance to renew their license and become lawful drivers in and around the City of Forest Park. We are looking to make this program as large as we can. We will be using the radio and other measures to ensure that we get as many people here as we can to participate in this amnesty program, because it will allow you to have a much cheaper way to go. And we are not restricting the years. So we're going as far back as possible. Thanks to our new court administrator for taking this program on. All right, Public Works will host this Saturday from 8 to 4 at 330 Forest Parkway and 4853 Springdale Road. Their Clean Sweep event. Forest Park residents may bring anything for disposal with the exception of dirt, bricks, acid, unknown chemicals, etc. Car tires are welcome, but will be limited to 4 tires per resident. You can also bring paint that has been dried with kitty litter. Paint that has been dried with kitty litter. I've never heard of that one. Right Aid, the $2 million request for funding was submitted to the county. We are presenting at the Board of Commissioners meeting on next Tuesday at 5:30. We would love for all of the governing body members to attend as we ask for more funding for this amazing project. Our holiday contest winner for the window decorating contest was the Army-Navy store. And then for our internal Christmas tree decorating contest, I would like to award the Information Technology Department for their amazing tree displaying several different softwares and technology-related items. All of our departments did amazing work. We had some interesting selections, especially that of the Planning and Community Development Department, as they decided to put the city manager as an F on the shelf all the way around the department. So again, thanks to staff for participating. Mayor and council, that concludes my city manager's report.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Presentations. Our Forest Park Fire and EMS End of Year Report by Ms. Armstrong. Oh, no, Chief. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy birthday, Council Member Wells.
Thank you.
Hope you have a great birthday.
Thank you.
Be lighting the mood up in here.
Oh.
All right, I would like to take this opportunity to present the first ever formal annual report from the fire department. So without me going into every bullet, this is just a message from the fire chief, just announcing that I'm very grateful and excited to present this report to the mayor and council and our community, as well as recognizing that this is the first formal annual report from the fire department. Some of the content in the report will be our department, our mission, vision, and values, our org chart. We'll look at the numbers as far as our response times, some administrative and operations and community risk reduction, fire life safety, and that should say fire inspections and employee recognitions. So about our department, we have our mission statement, our core values, and our department vision, in which we operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with 3 shifts, 3 battalion chiefs serving this beautiful community. This is our org chart with the fire chief at the helm, the deputy chiefs at the sides. The operations chiefs manage the 3 shifts and the battalions thereof, and the deputy chief of support services handles all the logistics of the fire department. And then you have the training division, your EMS division, and your emergency management coordinator division. Let's look inside the numbers. So these are our statistical data of our response times of what we've done in year 2023. That says 2022 is a typo, but it should say 2023. If you look at our total calls from year to year, 2023, we roughly ran 8,727 calls for the year. Our monthly average is 727, and per shift, 24.2 per shift. So we have 3 shifts. They're averaging roughly 25 calls per shift. And some of the functions under the fire department, obviously, you know, we're are working with the finance department through budgeting, our contract agreements, our emergency management operations, communications, and some of our community outreach through our public safety educator. And looking at our budget, our 2022, 2023 overall approved budget was $7.6 million. These are our, as you can see, the personnel service is the largest part of our budget. That includes our men and women that serve this great city. You look at our operating expenses, roughly $683,000, our capital outlay, $552,000, and our non-operating expenses, $936,000. Our emergency management division, as you understand, handles all the major and significant events throughout the city. One of the notable events that happened last December was our water outage when the city went without water. So this is where the emergency management division comes into play. You can continue. And some examples of EMA in action. Again, go back, please. Distributing water throughout for the community. We had our active shooter training drill over at Gillum. And then we had our live EMA training over at Public Works. Your turn. Some additional emergency management communications methods. We have our Code Red, which allows us to alert the community regarding any significant events throughout the city. We had EMA coordinator Armstrong present Craig 1300. This assessment dashboard tool allows the community to see a real live demographic and emergency response information throughout the fire department. And then we have our emergency sirens throughout this city in the different wards. There's one right here at Star Park. Some additional community outreach, shot with the cop. And as you can see, the EMS personnel are taking care of one of our residents. I think they're installing smoke alarms at that resident. Just more community outreach, part of our community efforts. Some additional community engagements. We're out talking to the kids at school, you know, informing them about fire safety and education. You can continue. Some of the events and activities that we participated in year 2023, Selena Day, Hispanic Heritage Day, Health and Wellness Festival, Forest Park Day, Jumble Jam, Back to School Bash, 5K Run, Community Fair, and the Christmas Parade. So we're pretty busy. Our special outreach programs, our first ever all-girls fire camp. We called it Can't Believe because I believe that if you believe it, you can achieve it. We have our Christmas toy drive. We had our first ever shop with a firefighter, not stealing from the police, but it was definitely a proud moment for us as we had a letter drafted by a young lady that was very heartfelt as she stated that, you know, she's from a family of 5 and had it pretty rough. So we definitely took that to heart and ensured that we put some smiles on her and her family's faces. You can continue. Here is our operations division. On the operations, that's where, you know, all our apparatus, equipment, our honor guard, our special operations team, our EMS, and our training division. Operations, this division supports the men and women that are serving the community in the city by providing, you know, all of our incident, fire and emergency response and things of that nature. You can continue. On the operations, some of the cutting edge improvements that were significant this year as we opened up and moved into Fort Gillum, our brand new fire station / police substation. We had some significant improvements to fire stations 1 and 2. We pushed in our 2 new pumpers, our engine 2 and engine 3. We pushed in a new Quint. We upgraded our staff vehicles and updated some of our tools on our fire apparatus. So this was a pretty significant year for us. And we're continuing to build and grow our honor guard. This is the first ever joint police and fire honor guard, which I'm excited to be working with Chief Chris as we continue to build and grow our honor guard. Super proud of these men and women. Our special operations team, some of the trainings and responses that they cover are hazardous materials, any rope rescue, any confined space, trench, and structural collapse. So this is where our heavy rescue truck comes into play, and our men and women that have this particular credentialing is very significant for this community in the responses that we cover. Here's our famous Joe Meany, the stash. Joe Meany handles all of our emergency EMS training. As you can see on the right, the EMS division has proudly graduated 14 students, new recruits from an initial education EMT course, 11 from an initial education advanced EMT course, and provided at least 44 hours of continuing education to all of our line employees. So he stays pretty busy in the EMS division along with the instructor, AJ Smith. This is some additional operations under the EMS division as we currently upgraded. Well, we have our 3 advanced life support type 3 ambulances that we transport our patients in. We have 2 on reserve, but as we know, we're looking to replace even those reserves for when the 3 go out into or go into service for repair and things of that nature. So yeah, a lot of moving parts in EMS. Continue. So some of the response over 2023, as you can see, STEMI, our STEMI protocol, we've had about 6 patients or folks that were responded to that we actually treated and transported under the STEMI protocol. Our stroke alert patients, as you can see, roughly 25. Trauma alerts, which consist of our shooting, stabbings, any significant motor vehicle accident that results in a trauma alert. Our cardiac arrests, anybody that has a significant cardiac event. And then our ROSC, our response of spontaneous circulation. So the national average of that is 10%. You see we're above the average at 17%. So EMS stays pretty busy. This is just some of our response Patient refusal of transports in the top 46% seen by our EMS personnel. Southern Regional, Piedmont, Henry, and Grady, as you can see the numbers represented to those transports to those hospitals. And then we have our training division as we move along in this presentation, managed by Division Chief King. You can go ahead. The training division has put on several classes, as you can see up the top. All of our recruit classes, FAR 1, FAR 2, we had crash victim, pressurized container, sprinkler training, shift training drills, and our new equipment training. So we stay pretty busy. Again, training division is always striving to put forth professional development of our men and women here in the department. They handle all of our new hires, our uniforms. Matter of fact, they spec out and design of all of our fire trucks. Yeah, they stay pretty busy, and I'm very proud of them. That's Chief King and under the training division. Let's keep going. Our community risk reduction under their deputy chief, David Halcomb, who's also the fire marshal. I wish I should have had him come and speak on this. But yeah, fire and life safety division, our activities are, again, inspection and activities. Continue. So some of the main focuses is with our public safety educator. As you can see, establish positive community relationships. He's updated some of the prevention materials, engaged in community activities as I've shown previously on the previous slide. Implemented some prevention interventions and established educational programs for our young folks and some of our elderlies at some of the facilities. Continue. Some of the efforts that have already been in effect, he's provides monthly safety tips and working through the press secretary, our PIO, fire drill at various occupancies, fire safety training opportunities, fire extinguisher training. Again, can't believe in Red Cross, the smoke alarm blitz that we did earlier in the year, where we provided over hundreds of smoke detectors throughout the community. And some of the career, additionally, the career day, some of the schools that we've made contact with and educating our youth. As you can see, the fire extinguisher training here with Georgia Power, Clorox, Gillum. We have Treehouse Foods coming up again on next week, and Gillum coming up again on next week. So we're continually providing extinguisher training to those businesses. And if anybody in here wants extinguisher training or i.e. CPR training, just make contact with us and we'll be glad to schedule that with you. Some future projects through our community risk reduction team, our public safety educator. We're going to be implementing the junior fire marshals program into the elementary schools. We're going to implement our Citizens Fire Academy, our senior fire and life safety program. He's working on establishing a 501c3 foundation. And again, enrich business and industry in fire life safety training. And as far as also the purchase of our fire safety trailer, which is going to be a big education push for our community. Fire and life safety activities and revenue. Here we go. All right. So as you can see in 2023, from year to year, how we've continued to build and grow. Annual inspections from 2023, 148. Re-inspections, 117. Other inspections, 173. Building permit inspections, 96. And our plan reviews, 68. These are all the contact that we make throughout our community, specifically our targeting our businesses. We had our employee recognition program in 2023. We continue to grow and build. I believe that employees need to be recognized for all the hard work that they do. You know, a lot of the work that we do go unnoticed. And I think that builds morale and keep our men and women at least interested in staying employed with the city of Forest Park. Fire Chief Values Award. That's the only award that I get to choose. And I'm proud to choose that award and was happy to provide that award to Captain Ian Hogan. Medal of Honor award was John Baker, Battalion Chief. And then our special civilian citation. You know, when a civilian goes above and beyond, we take recognition of our civilians or citizens as well. A meritorious service citation went to Tad Busby and Captain Hogan. Our distinguished service citation got Jay Mathis, Joe Kidd, and Sly Azay. Our unit citations, these are the crews as a team that go out and mitigate or respond to an incident and mitigate that incident, displaying the highest level of professionalism. So these members get the red block, and it's called the unit citation.
Oh. Yeah, good, Chief.
Am I on the timer? Okay. Employee recognition again, our paramedic of the year, Shelby Garner. Our firefighter of the year is Zachary Resch. As you can see, the medals that they achieved with those recognitions. Our EMT of the year and our fire apparatus operator of the year. Training Chiefs Award, as you can see, the 3 members that received the award through the training division. You can keep going. And then this is the full bullet of our promotions and achievements for 2023. We had some promotions of captains, lieutenants, EMTs, paramedics, and as such. Additionally, new staff employees, new public safety educator who's hit the ground running, Mr. Anthony Goldman. And then you can see the academic degrees in the fire department. So we smart over here. All right. These are the employee years of service. These are the men and women that have been here 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. That and Jeff May, who's had 36 years of service that, serve this community with pride and ownership. So proud of them. They still stayed here, y'all. And then this is just some of the highlights, some of the happy moments, when the police beat us in our softball game, but I got up there and tried to show out a little bit. I was limping after that. I had to tie up my shoes. They were falling apart. Additionally, just some more exciting times in the city through the fire department in this great city. And you see Chief Chris holding up this trophy, but we'll have a rematch. Just some more additional pictures, just highlights. And anybody that wants a copy of this presentation, please reach out to us. We'll be glad to give this to you. This is for the community and for our beautiful council people to display all that we do in the fire department and for this great city. Happy to serve.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Any questions or comments, Councilwoman James?
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
Councilman Antoine?
Thank you. I took all the notes. God bless.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Just thank you, Chief. I know you always hear us just, praise you, but I am just so thankful and I'm always so proud of you. Anytime I go anywhere, I'm always bragging about, our fire department, under your leadership. So just thank you for that. And to all the, the leaders that are with you. I know it's not just you and you're always highlighting them. So, the stain in your bucket is that loss that you had to the fire department, the police department. They keep bragging about it, but I know you are gonna bounce back. Yeah.
Councilwoman Wells?
Oh, she already knows it. She knows it. She's my favorite. I absolutely love you and everything that you bring to the city of Forest Park. And just thank you. Thank you for making your men and women better. Thank you for being in our community and doing things for and with the kids. Like, we appreciate that. And it's something different that you bring. So thank you so much.
Councilman Mears?
Yes, ma'am. You're doing a wonderful job, lady.
Well, they make me better. So thank you.
You're making Forest Park a safe, better place to live.
Well, I couldn't do it without my team. So thank you all.
Absolutely. Thank you. Council approval of the appointment of a mayor pro tem. I am going to open it up for nominations.
I nominate, Councilwoman Wells.
All right, Councilwoman Wells, do you accept?
I do if the council does.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So that is Councilwoman Wells. Is there a motion to accept that nomination?
So moved.
That was Councilman Mears. Is there a second? That was Councilman Gutierrez. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
No.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wells?
Of course.
And Councilman Mears. Thank you. Item 5, council approval of the appointment of Miss Dorothy Roper Jackson as our court administrator. Is there a motion to approve this appointment?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Item 6, council approval of a budget amendment in the amount of $4,300,485 and increased revenues for the American Rescue Plan Act Fund. Is there a
So-
motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was
Second.
Councilwoman Wells. There's a second by Councilman
That was not
Antoine.
Councilwoman Wells, me?
Oh, I didn't do that. Okay, I'm sorry, Councilwoman James. That was, that was a second by Councilman Antoine. I am so sorry,
You okay?
but it happens like every quarter. Any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm calling for the vote. Councilwoman James.
Yes.
Councilman Antoine.
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez. Councilwoman Wells and Councilman Mears.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 7, council approval of a budget amendment in the amount of $281,020 for Timco 600, the street sweeper. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 8, council approval to purchase 15 flock cameras for the police department in the amount of $72,250. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was Councilman Mears. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 9, council approval to authorize a contract for Perkins Park basketball court in the amount of $59,750. Is there a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Item 10, council approval to appoint Miss Lavinia Jackson to the Clayton County Board of Health. Is there a motion on this item?
So move, Mayor.
That was Councilman Antoine. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That was Councilwoman James. Any further discussion? Councilwoman James?
Yes.
Councilman Antoine?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wells?
Yes.
And Councilman Mears?
Yes.
Closing comments by the governing body. Councilwoman James, you have the floor.
Happy New Year 2024 to everyone. I want to welcome all of our new employees. Thank you for being a part of our great city. Want to remind everyone that we did host our December ward meeting and that video should be out soon. You'll be able to hear the letter that Chief Clemens made reference to. We had our educator, Godwin, that gave that powerful, of course, anonymous to us, letter of what they did for our kids during the Christmas holiday season. We also had some powerful information given by every department within the city. So if those of you that can make it out on the third Thursdays of every month, we are at the Community Center, Hartsfield Community Center at 5 o'clock. And I try to have dinner for everyone on that day as well. So I encourage you to come out. I want you to mark your calendar for a couple of dates on February the 3rd, which is a Saturday. I will be hosting a Partners in Education business breakfast, and it's going to be all of the Forest Park High School schools, elementary, middle, and high, in a collaborative effort. It's the Forest Park cluster of schools is going to host the businesses in the city of Forest Park. We're working on the flyer now. And also in addition to that, on that day, we're going to have a Saturday showcase and business expo. And we have a semi-pro team that's going to be playing, and it's going to be a very fun time. So that information will be coming out. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have some flyers out. Also on March the 10th, which is a Sunday, I host the Hunger Walk, where we walk in our community. We are in partnership with the Atlanta Community Food Bank, who does a big thing downtown, but we do it locally here in Star Park. So we kind of walk around Star Park and raise money for the Forest Park High School team, which actually goes to the feeding events that some of you may have participated in the past, where we just order food, a bunch of food, and we give it to our community. And so I'm excited about that. One final thing I would say, I'm a little disappointed in the unanimous approval by the county to have a gas station in a commercial parking on Conley Road. That is outside the city of Forest Park. It's in unincorporated Forest Park, but nevertheless, we've gotten a lot of complaints from our residents over in that area about the speed of traffic on Conley Road. So we're just gonna have to kind of be on it a little bit more once they get that gas station built and that commercial parking over in that area built. So it's so close to our residents, and I know they didn't want it to happen, but it happened. So we just move on, we go forward with it, and we see if we can continue to have a good environment for our community to live in. Other than that, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our great city. We have some great things happening. We're looking forward to some wonderful things in 2024. And all I can say is hallelujah.
Councilman Antoine.
Yes. First and foremost, I want everybody to know that this year God has a plan for you guys. God bless you guys. Give a shout out to Ward 2, the home improvement program, and the rental assistance is back, guys. You guys know what to do. I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to the police department with the new hires and the fire department with the special honorees. Welcome to the All-Star team. Mr. Evans, I will be working with the city manager to address your issue. And that's about it. Anybody from Ward 2 that needs my help, I'm here, you guys. You guys are the best, and I love you guys. God bless.
Thank you. Councilman Gutierrez.
Everybody, thank you again for just putting up with me today. I'm gonna be honest with you, my ears like clogged up, so I'm just not myself. So I want to first off welcome all the new hires. Welcome to our team. Anything I can do to for you, any ideas you have on how to make our community better, our council is always open and receptive towards those. Thank you for the public comments, Mr. Evans. My condolences to you, sir. Thank you for just always stepping up and speaking up. I personally really appreciate it, and I know we do too. And that's just how we get better as a community, from everything that y'all tell us. So thank you for that. I just want to shout out someone in your department, Chief Clemens, Mr. Gallman. Over the break, I had identified one of our citizens that had like 8 grandchildren, and he was just telling me, just like a lot of hardship with trying to get all those toys. So Mr. Gallman helped them with that. So just thank you for that. Just thank you for always looking out for our people. Some of the officers came out to South Parkwood. I really never really have any issues on my block, but there was some youngins out there running around. So the officers came out on New Year's, Chief Chris. So thank you for that. They responded super fast, and just I really just appreciated how our neighbors just felt safe and at ease with that. Congratulations to our colleagues here that just got reelected. And then I wanted to offer, also my condolences to one of our employees who just lost their mother. He's always very upbeat and just happy. So just, I went through that last year, and I really wish I could, give you words that are going to help you, but there's days where you're good. There's days that you're not good, but just always honor her and the presence of our parents, and just do, the best you can do. I'm pretty sure she'd want you to be, happy and continue being yourself, because you're definitely a blessing to all of us. So that's it for my report. There's no Food Truck Friday in January. It's very cold. Just really excited about everything we're doing, that home program. What Councilwoman James is doing with all the schools as a cluster, that's very exciting as well. And happy birthday to our new Mayor Pro Tem. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And yeah, anything y'all need, like Councilwoman Antoine said, we're here to help. So welcome to our new city attorney as well.
Councilwoman Wells.
Yes, first I would like to send my condolences to you, Mr. Evans, as well as Ms. CJ Horns, who's sitting here on the front row, on the passing of your son, and her cousin was shot on New Year's Eve 10 times and killed. And so I just send my deepest condolences to both of you and your families. And I just want to, thank God for allowing me to continue to serve the community where I grew up. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a long 12 years. And when I started, I think my son was, oh, how old are you, boy? 9, 7, and my daughter was maybe 11. You know, I can't remember. I'm getting old, but it's just been a long journey, and nobody knows the nights that I've parked in the driveway and just cried because of all of the things that I had to deal with fighting for my community. And this last time I said, I'm not running again because it's not worth it. It's not worth fighting with people when all I'm trying to do is the right thing. But God had other plans, and God sent me no opposition. So it was meant for me to be here. It was really meant for me to be here. And so I just thank everyone that has been a part of that journey, my mom, my brothers, my sister, everybody that has been a part of Councilwoman Wells and this journey. I really appreciate you guys and the residents of Forest Park for trusting me. And I will say to the governing body, thank you for appointing me as the mayor pro tem. I always say I don't get caught up on titles because I don't. But I just feel like each of us deserve the opportunity. And so I thank you, even for the no, Councilman DeBose, because if God is for you, who can be against you? And so I appreciate your no, because there won't be all yeses. And I understand that, and it's okay. So I appreciate you for that too, and may God bless you. And I want to thank Rumors, as always. Like, thank you guys for being a part of everything that I do. And so because of you, I was able to give back. We were able to give back to 3 families for Christmas. And help feed them, 3 families of 3 kids. And I just, I'm just so appreciative for you, Jonathan. Your dad was my friend, and we formed our own friendship. I love you, and I appreciate everything that you guys do to help me in my community. And on January the 24th, I will be hosting a job fair. I think so far we have about 15 companies. Is that right, Mr. Clark or
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Dixon? About 15 companies that are going to participate in the job fair. It'll be on January the 24th, and we will be at the community center. And I just, just want to help those in the community and those that aren't in the community to live better. And so we can host a job fair and contribute to that, then I'm all for it. So make sure you let someone know. The flyer should be coming out soon. And I think that's it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm looking forward to another 4 years. Thank y'all so much, and happy birthday to me.
Councilman Mears.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. We all made it through New Year's, so that's a good thing. Somebody was looking after us. We all blessed, but I'm looking forward to the next 4 years myself, both serving Forest Park and trying to make it better, and it's getting better every day. There's a lot of things that we still got to do, but we're headed in the right direction. And if everybody will stay patient and work together instead of pulling apart, we'll make our goal at the end of the day. And I appreciate everybody coming tonight. I see Mr. Willis back there. He's my buddy. Me and him about the same age. I want to just mention one thing. This new NyQuil they got out, you better watch it, boy. It's hot. You take a little too much of that and you be singing to the wind. Thank y'all for coming.
I know. I love you guys. You guys definitely keep us laughing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I did want to say one other thing. A lot of times we hear comments, and we don't say anything, we don't address it. But I just want to say that our police department is doing a fine job.
Yes.
Our council members are doing a fine job. We are every day growing, we're every day improving. And sometimes you just hear a lot of negative, and that's all you hear. But thank you to our staff, our police department, and everyone. Thank you to our council members. Thank you, Mr. Clark. We are not kicking the can down the road. We are stomping on the can, and we're getting things done. So thank God.
Yes. Very well put. And when I tell you, I am just so grateful for each and every one of you. 2024 and beyond is looking brighter than ever. When I say that Forest Park has been on the cusp of a resurgence, that has been an understatement, but it is here, and it's because of all of you guys that work so hard to make Forest Park the progressive municipality that it is. And so I do want to thank, we have 5, I believe, nonprofits that participated in our toy giveaway, and it was absolutely amazing. Mr. Evans, I too want to send my condolences on the loss of your son. And when I tell you, this holiday had been riddled with death and illness, that it took a little bit of joy away from me, but I am able to really appreciate those that I have around me more. And so sometimes it may take something tragic for you to really understand how fortunate you truly are. And so I want us, the executive director over at Clayton County Community Services buried her mother the Saturday before Thanksgiving. We know that the executive director, Ms. Tawana over at Calvary, has passed away. We have one of our very known residents has a major illness. And so hopefully he's listening and we can see his smiling face soon, but just know that we are thinking about you. And then for all those that have sent out warm messages to me, I am proud that my father is out of the hospital. Thank goodness. It was scary for a minute. And so we're just really looking forward to 2024. And so I want to thank everybody for all that they do. And then let me just say, is it official that you are actually the longest serving elected official in Forest Park?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. That is definitely something to be commended for. And so thank you all for coming. Oh, and Mr. Jim, oh yes, Mr. Jimmy hit the passing of his mother. Keep him and his family in your prayers. And like Mr. Evans said, if you have someone in your life that you love, make sure you tell them today and tomorrow and every day thereafter. And so without anything else, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman Wells. There was a second by Councilman Antoine. No, you guys said it at the same time, but I heard Councilwoman Wells. I was looking at her.
Get it right this
direction.
year.
Is there a motion to all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you all.
Stopped up.